Hello students, today thought is positive people not only reinforce their attitude but also protect it from contamination. So always stay positive and also ask to yourself, can we always make a good choice in bad situations? Can we always make a good choice in bad situation? Yes or not? Yes or not? Your answer always calling yes. Let's now start our topic, that is Fermi-Dirac distribution law from the basic postulates of statistics. That is, electrons in a metal are free and moves in the same way as gas molecules moves. So energy distribution for the electron in the metal obey the Fermi-Dirac distribution. That is, according to the law of Fermi-Dirac, we can say that is n of u du is equals to z of u divided by e raised to the power alpha plus u by kt plus 1 du. This is Fermi-Dirac distribution law for the electrons. If the question arises like this, starting from basic postulate, find the Fermi-Dirac distribution law, that is for electron, here for electron also, for electron. So we have to solve the topic electron gas in a metal. So from here we can say that there contains a atom alpha. Alpha depends on the constants of the system. When there is decrease in temperature, energy of the electron decreases and hence electron of the system as a whole decreases. The electronical energy also decreases. So energy level above which no electron exists is called the Fermi energy level. Above the Fermi level, all the levels are empty. What is the Fermi level? Fermi energy level. Fermi energy level is the level above which there exists no particle. So here the electrons are filled in the metal. So we can say that above this energy level there are no electrons present. So the energy of Fermi level is called Fermi energy. Or in other words, we can say that at 0 Kelvin, the number of particles will be 0 for the energy larger than Fermi energy. That is, we can denote this number of particles as n of u. This is 0 for u greater than Fermi energy, denoted as u of f. And the occupation index is given by n of u divided by z of u will be 0 for the energy greater than Fermi energy level and 1 for energy less than Fermi energy. We discussed these terms earlier. So we have to determine the value of alpha now. For determination of the alpha, we can see from this equation that the dimension of alpha should be same as that of u by kt. So if u greater than u of f, this term gives the result 0. So we discuss the case when u is less than of uf, that is energy is less than Fermi energy, when the occupation index is 1. So the occupation index can also be written as n of u divided by z of u. From the equation first, we get 1 by e raised to the power alpha plus u by kt plus 1. This is 1 for energy less than Fermi energy level. So from here, we can say that e raised to the power alpha plus u by kt plus 1 equate to 1, and this gives e raised to the power alpha is equals to, cancels out 1 to 1, e raised to the power alpha is equals to e raised to the power minus u by kt. So we get the results alpha is equals to minus u by kt. Substituting the value of alpha in the equation which denote the Fermi track distribution law, we get the results now become n of u divided by z of u du becomes, or we can say that n of u du becomes z of u du divided by e raised to the power alpha gives the results e raised to the power minus u by kt and plus u by kt. There is the main difference between these energies is this is the energy at Fermi level, that is denoted by u of f. So this is the energy of u of f, and this is the simple energy of the system plus 1 du. Now what is the next term in this equation? Next term is zu. So we have to find the value of z of u, that is the number of phase space cells which corresponding to the momentum interval p to p plus dp and energy level u to u plus du. So as we know that the number of phase space cell in the corresponding interval from p to p plus dp is given by zp of dp is equals to 4 pi v p square dp divided by h naught cube. Hence denote h naught as h naught cube becomes like h. So we can say that gp of dp is equals to, can be written as g of s 4 pi v p square by h cube dp. We discussed these terms earlier when we study the concept of phase space cell. What was the gs? Gs are the spin degeneracy factors, which is gs is 2s plus 1. That is, we can say that the degeneracy factor due to a spin s of the fermions, that is for the electron, we can say that the spin is always, for electron spin is always 1 by 2. So we can say that z of s is equals to 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1, that is 2. So we can write this as gp of dp becomes, the value of gs is 2. 2 multiplied by 4 gives the result 8 pi v p square dp divided by h cube. Also we know that here the value of p can be denoted as, we can say that p is equals to m into v. So p square is equals to m square v square. So from here we have to differentiate this term. 2p dp is equals to m square 2v dv. This is in term of velocity, but we have to find the term zu du. This term, this is depend on the energy. So we have to introduce it in the form of energy. As we know that from here we can say that multiply by 2 and divided by 2, this gives the kinetic energy. So p square is equals to 2mu and p is equals to under the root 2mu. Now we have to differentiate this. Now differentiate this, we get 2p dp is equals to 2m du. This gives dp is equals to 2m du divided by p. So we can write this as 2m du divided by 2mu under the root. This is the value of dp. So put the value of p and dp in gp dp term, this p square and dp, we get the results in the form of u and we get the results of gu du. So now what becomes? So gp dp becomes 8 pi v p square, that is 2 under the root 2 mu square gives 2 mu dp. The value of dp is m du divided by 2 mu, or we can say that m by 2u under the root du over h cube. This can also be written as, there are the power of m are 1 and half, that is 3 by 2. The power of u are 1 and minus half, that is 1 by 2. So we can write this as 8 pi v m raised to the power 3 by 2 u raised to the power 1 by 2 and divided by h cube du. Also we can denote this as like this, eight pi v m raised to the power 3 by 2 u raised to the power 1 by 2 over h cube. So now what we have to find? The number of particle distributed, number of ways in which the particle distributed among the phase space cell in the when electrons are filled in the metal, or we can say that electron gas in the metal. The results gives the number of particles distributed among the cells. So from the Fermi-Dirac distribution, or we can say that the Fermi-Dirac distribution for the electron becomes, now we have to put the value of gu du in term of the electron gas and alpha. So what we get now? We get n of u du is equals to 8 pi v over h cube into 2 m raised to the power 3 by 2 and u raised to the power 1 by 2 divided by e raised to the power u minus uf by kt plus 1 du. So this equation now denote the Fermi-Dirac distribution law for the electron. So this is from the basic postulate, that is Fermi-Dirac distribution law. From the basic postulate of Fermi-Dirac distribution law, we find the Fermi-Dirac distribution law for the electrons, that is when the electrons placed in the gas metal, then what effect will be done, what is the way of distribution of Fermi-Dirac distribution of electrons in the metal. So this is the number of particle distributed, number of way of the particle in which the particles are distributed. So this is also called the Fermi-Dirac distribution law for the electrons.